Fishing on boats is one of the important methods of fishing, carried out in large sea areas to bring abundant seafood resources to serve consumer needs. This process requires careful preparation, high skills of fishermen and the support of modern equipment. Before going to sea, fishing boats need to be carefully checked for machinery, fuel, fishing nets, positioning equipment and seafood preservation. Fishermen must also consider the weather and areas with high fish stocks to choose the most effective fishing method. When the boat arrives at the fishing ground, different fishing methods will be applied depending on the type of fish and environmental conditions. One of the most common ways is to use a trawl, seine or trawl net, in which the boat moves to collect fish into the net and then pull it up to the deck. For bottom fish such as flounder and cod, fishermen often use gill nets or traps to catch fish effectively without damaging the marine ecosystem. For large fish such as tuna and swordfish, industrial fishing vessels use automatic fishing rods with hundreds of baited hooks, helping to harvest large quantities while maintaining the quality of the fish meat. Some large vessels also use radar technology and satellite positioning devices to detect schools of fish from a distance, helping to optimize fishing time and effort. After the fish are brought on board, the processing and preservation stages play an important role in keeping the seafood fresh before reaching the port. Fish are often cleaned, sorted and stored in cold storage or ice boxes to prevent spoilage during long trips. Some modern vessels also have a quick freezing system to help maintain the quality of the seafood immediately after being caught. During this process, fishermen always have to work in harsh conditions, facing big waves and strong winds, sometimes working day and night to ensure the highest harvest yield. Although fishing on boats brings great economic benefits, it also has many potential risks and affects aquatic resources if not managed sustainably. Currently, many countries have applied control measures such as limiting catches, banning fishing during the breeding season or using environmentally friendly fishing equipment to protect marine ecosystems. Therefore, fishing not only requires high techniques and perseverance but also requires awareness of protecting marine resources to ensure the long-term development of the fisheries industry. Fishing on boats is a process that requires careful preparation, high skills and close coordination between crew members to ensure effective harvesting. Before each trip, fishermen must check the condition of the vessel, engine, fuel and fishing equipment such as nets, lines, fishing tractors and seafood preservation systems. In addition, monitoring weather forecasts and identifying fishing grounds with high fish stocks are important to increase fishing productivity. When the vessel goes to sea, implementing appropriate fishing methods will determine the quantity and quality of fish caught. One of the popular methods is to use a purse seine to surround the fish school and then pull the net back, which is especially effective for pelagic fish such as sardines, mackerel or tuna. For bottom fish such as flounder and cod, Fishermen often use gill nets or trawl nets to catch fish effectively without affecting the marine environment too much. In addition, handline and longline are also commonly used techniques to catch high-value fish such as tuna and swordfish. Large ships are often equipped with radar systems, GPS positioning devices, fish finders and even automatic fishing rods to help find and exploit seafood more quickly and accurately. After catching, preserving fish on board plays an important role in keeping seafood fresh before bringing it ashore for consumption. Fishermen often classify fish right on the deck, wash them and store them in cold storage or ice boxes to avoid damage during long periods at sea. For large capacity ships, quick freezing systems are used immediately after catching to preserve the quality of fish meat, helping the product have a higher value on the market. This process requires the care and professionalism of the crew, because if the fish are not properly preserved, they can lose quality or be damaged before reaching port. Fishing on board not only brings a stable source of income to fishermen but also contributes significantly to the fisheries industry of each country. However, this job is fraught with risks, from sudden storms, rough seas to work accidents on board. Therefore, each crew member must always be fully equipped with survival skills, comply with maritime safety regulations and work in teams to ensure a safe and effective trip. Currently, in the face of overexploitation and the risk of depleting aquatic resources, many countries and organizations have introduced measures to protect the marine environment, such as regulations on the size of fishing nets, limits on catches and bans on fishing during the breeding season. Some modern fishing vessels have applied environmentally friendly technology such as using nets to catch juvenile fish and positioning devices to avoid catching rare species. This helps ensure the sustainable development of the fishing industry, maintaining long-term marine resources for future generations. Although fishing on ships is full of hardships and difficulties, with the development of technology and environmental protection awareness, the fishing industry can continue to develop sustainably. Bringing a stable source of income for fishermen and providing an important source of food for people. In addition to the challenges from nature and the harshness of the sea, fishing on ships also requires discipline, good health and solidarity among crew members. Life on fishing vessels often lasts for many days, even months, drifting in the middle of the ocean, where living space is cramped, living conditions are poor and work is continuous, with no time to rest comfortably. During the long, dark nights at sea, fishermen have to take turns keeping watch, monitoring fish school signals and maintaining the ship's operations so as not to miss fishing opportunities. For offshore fishing trips, large ships often have kitchen systems, bedrooms and common living areas, but still cannot compare to conditions on land. Every simple meal on board, even if it is just rice with braised fish or pickled vegetables, is a collective effort. because everyone understands that good health can ensure work efficiency throughout the long journey. Although it is hard work, when the net is full of fish, cheers resound on the deck, all fatigue seems to disappear. Fresh fish, sparkling in the sunlight, are pulled up from the water, signaling a fruitful trip. The fishermen with calloused hands, clothes soaked with sweat and sea water, still cannot hide their joy and happiness when the fruits of their labor are duly rewarded. After catching enough, the boat begins its journey back to shore, bringing with it not only full holds of fish but also stories about the sea, about sudden storms, giant schools of fish, or even challenging encounters with nature. When the boat docks, the fish are immediately transported to seafood markets, processing plants or cold storages for distribution everywhere. The fishing port becomes bustling with fishermen unloading goods, traders bargaining, women quickly sorting fish, and refrigerated trucks hurriedly transporting goods. All the hard work at sea is now rewarded with income, helping fishermen cover their living expenses and continue to prepare for new trips. However, with the development of the fishing industry, competition is increasingly fierce and policies to protect aquatic resources are also becoming stricter. This requires fishermen to adapt to new fishing methods, using more modern technology to improve efficiency while ensuring sustainability for the ocean. In the future, onboard fishing will continue to develop thanks to advances in science and technology. Modern fishing vessels are not only equipped with advanced machinery but also have intelligent navigation systems, helping to accurately determine the location of fish schools without wasting time and fuel. Some fishing vessels also apply renewable energy technology, such as using solar panels or fuel-saving systems to reduce environmental impact. In addition, the trend of aquaculture is also growing strongly, to reduce the pressure of overexploitation from the ocean. However, onboard fishing will still play an important role in the global food supply chain, providing an essential source of protein for humans. With innovation and efforts of fishermen, fishing will not only bring economic value but also ensure harmony between exploitation and protection of marine resources, helping the ocean to be rich and sustainable for many generations to come. Although modern technology has made fishing on boats more efficient, the challenges facing fishermen have not diminished. One of the biggest problems is climate change, which has made the weather at sea more unpredictable than ever. Big storms, tsunamis, rising sea levels, and changes in sea temperature all directly affect fishing output. Many fishermen shared that there were trips at sea that encountered bad weather. The boats had to move continuously to avoid storms, or sometimes had to return empty-handed because they could not find schools of fish. In addition, marine pollution is also threatening aquatic resources, as many traditional fishing grounds are gradually declining due to plastic waste, chemicals from industrial zones, and oil and gas exploitation activities. This makes fishing more difficult, forcing captains and fishermen to seek further seas, extending the time and cost of the trip. In addition, competition between fishing fleets is increasingly fierce, as the number of vessels increases. fighting over fishing grounds. Violating the waters of other countries or illegal fishing is becoming more common. Many countries have adopted stricter control policies. Requiring fishing vessels to have fishing licenses, use voyage monitoring equipment and comply with fishing quotas. Violators can be heavily fined or even banned from operating, greatly affecting the livelihoods of fishermen. Meanwhile, rising fuel prices are also a difficult problem for ship owners, as operating costs are increasing but seafood prices are not always stable. In recent years, many fishermen have had to quit their jobs and look for other jobs on land because they could not afford the costs. However, for those who have been involved in the profession for a long time, fishing on boats is not only a job but also an indispensable part of life. For them, each trip to sea not only brings hope for a bumper catch, but also pride in continuing the tradition of their ancestors, maintaining the fishing profession for generations. The fierce waves, the long days drifting in the ocean. The sudden storms or even the happy moments with teammates on the boat, all become a part of life, creating stories that only those at sea can truly understand. The future of fishing on boats depends largely on the application of technology and policies to protect aquatic resources. Many countries are encouraging fishermen to use sustainable fishing methods, avoid overexploitation and protect marine ecosystems. Investment in modern fleets, using fuel-saving technology, and improving working conditions for fishermen are also being focused on to help the fishing industry develop more stably. At the same time, cooperation between countries in managing and protecting marine resources also plays an important role, helping to ensure that future generations can continue to go to sea, bringing back abundant catches of fish without depleting ocean resources. Although fishing on ships is full of hardships, it is still one of the most important industries for the marine economy. Ships will continue to cut through the waves, go to sea with the desire to conquer the ocean, bringing back valuable seafood to serve people. Fishermen, despite facing many difficulties, will still persevere at sea, because for them, the sea is not only a place to make a living but also a homeland, a life, and a source of pride for a generation that continues to reach out to the ocean. Although fishing on the boat is always full of challenges, for those who are attached to the sea, it is not only a job but also a passion and responsibility to their family and homeland. They understand that each trip to sea not only brings back seafood but also contributes to maintaining the long-standing tradition of fishing, an important economic sector of the country, despite facing big waves, strong winds, and long days drifting on the ocean. They still make constant efforts to stick to the sea, because for them, the sea is a source of life, a place to place many hopes for a better future. The development of science and technology has brought many positive changes to the fishing industry, helping fishermen to exploit more effectively and reduce risks during the fishing process. Modern ships today are not only equipped with advanced machinery but also have weather monitoring systems, GPS locators, and radars to detect fish schools from a distance, helping to improve work efficiency. Thanks to these improvements, fishermen can save time searching for fishing grounds, optimize fuel costs and ensure greater safety when operating at sea. In addition, seafood preservation methods have also been improved, helping to maintain the quality of fresh fish throughout the long journey, increasing the value of products when brought ashore for consumption. However, the development of the fishing industry also comes with great challenges in protecting the environment and aquatic resources. Without proper control, overexploitation can cause many fish species to gradually decline, affecting the marine ecosystem and the livelihoods of fishermen in the future. Therefore, today, many countries have applied strict management measures such as regulations on net size, catch limits, no fishing areas and aquatic resource recovery programs. Some places also encourage fishermen to participate in sustainable aquaculture activities, reducing pressure on exploitation from nature and ensuring a stable supply for the market. Despite many fluctuations, fishing on ships still plays an important role in the economy and life of many coastal communities. Ships still sail out to sea every day. Carrying the hope and perseverance of the children of the sea. They are not only workers, but also preservers of a valuable traditional profession, contributing to the protection and development of marine resources. With the support of technology, reasonable adjustments in exploitation policies and environmental protection awareness of the community, fishing will continue to exist and develop sustainably, bringing long-term benefits to both fishermen and the economy. And so, ships continue